Are you a sophomore applying to be an NHS next year? Well, on this edition of School Scoop, I am joined with Mrs. Barney, head of the Marysville chapter of National Honor Society, and she will be answering some questions about the application process and the induction ceremony. What are the requirements a student must meet in order to be invited to apply into NHS?
So National Honor Society potential members, it's their cumulative grade point average after first semester of their sophomore year. So as freshmen, they work to get that GPA up, and then at semester, after half the school year is over, then we invite those who have a 3.5 grade point average or higher.
What must the invited students who want to apply do to be inducted?
So the first thing, of course, is to have a 3.5 grade point average. That gets them the acceptance letter or the introduction letter into it. Then they have to complete an application. They have to create a small kind of resume that kind of shows what they do. And then the biggest thing is they create a portfolio which shows kind of their attributes and service and leadership and different things like that. And then they also have teacher evaluations that they have to score above a 0.5 when it's all put together in order to be accepted.
How many students were invited to apply this year?
A lot. For sophomores, there I think was at least 90. And then combined for juniors and seniors, I think there was probably about 40 more combined. So that's a whole lot of good students.
What do you and Mrs. Holth look at when accepting applicants into the program?
First and foremost, we look at their grade point average, but then we try to make it as objective as possible. So based on the teacher evaluations, if they score that 0.5 or higher, pretty much they're in. We kind of look at their portfolio if there's an issue, if they're on the bubble, so to speak, in terms of if they can get in or not, and if their portfolio kind of brings them over the hump, then absolutely they're invited in.
If a sophomore does not make it into NHS this year, what can they do to try to be inducted next year?
So you can actually be invited all 3 years, so sophomore, junior, senior. If you apply sophomore year and maybe your teacher evaluations, the score is a little bit lower than possible to get in, then just put yourself out there in terms of leadership, make yourself known to teachers, not in a bad way, but make yourself known as that kind of person who takes charge, and academics is really important in those types of things.
When is the NHS induction?
It is actually April 17th. So April 17th at 7:30 in the auditorium.
Thanks for joining us, Mrs. Barney, and good luck to all the applicants this year. Until next time, I'm Josie Husson on M6, your hometown station.